Okay, before I start my review, I just really gotta get something off my chest. Now, when everything goes great, when everything's starting to piece together, when everything starts to go into that mold, why add something that does not make any sense to the whole mixture and messing it up? I'm saying that Raw really did have a good thing going when it came to the Royal Rumble. Why add SmackDown and mess it up? Why add Sheamus? Why add Jinder Mahal? And why add Wade Barrett? Don't get me wrong. I love Wade Barrett, especially the fact that they're promoting him. And I love Sheamus because he's a straight up Irish brawler, which is really, really sexy. But Jinder Mahal? Okay, the thing is that Raw should be its own brand. SmackDown should be its own brand. SmackDown is just now getting a main event. SmackDown needs more work, and Raw being on Raw is not helping. It's not. They need to be fixing their own brand. They need to stay away from Raw. And they need to stop adding crap in there. Like the whole thing about the Royal Rumble now is to try to promote the Royal Rumble. You don't need to have SmackDown in there as a meaningless filler match. They need to be promoting SmackDown for the Royal Rumble. So you should not have anything SmackDown based on that show. Period. Not for Royal Rumble time. This is the road to WrestleMania. Get it right, people. Alright, now that I'm done with my rant, let's go on to my review. All right, people, this is review time. This is my Raw review for January 23rd. This is the go home show before the Royal Rumble. Now, for the last few weeks, we have been pissed off, we have been angry, we have been disappointed at the quality of Raws of late. It is Royal Rumble time. They had to step it up, and I have to admit, they really did step it up tonight. I am really happy to say that I love the introduction of the show. I like the way everything was set up. The matches, honestly, with John Cena and CM Punk, having Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger out there probably wouldn't be my first choice, but I'm gonna be honest. Dolph Ziggler is on a roll. And the reason why I'm saying that is because he's becoming the heel that he needs to be. That's what lets me know that he's going to be champion soon. Because like I said, like many times before, when you are a champion and you are a heel, you want to promote that heel so much to try to encourage a face to take it away from him, because that actually will make the fans care more about the face than the heel. That's what a heel's for. That's what their purpose is, to try to pump up the faces. In a way, that's pretty much how it is. And Dolph Ziggler is definitely bringing the pain when it comes to being a heel. I am excited about this match that's going to be coming up. I really am. Dolph Ziggler, I'm definitely becoming a fan of his. I wasn't so much a fan of his before because I thought his little showboat thing is cheesy. But I'm not going to lie. The guy has really improved greatly. And I am highly, highly impressed about the way he's been promoting himself as a heel as of late. Jack Swagger, yes, he's a new U.S. champ, but the thing about it is, come on. I mean, he's really not heel material when it comes to being a champion. You really want to be so good of a heel that you really want to kind of encourage the audience to root for a face to take away that title. Unfortunately, Jack Swagger really does need a lot of work. I mean, he still has great in-ring potential. I mean, he's great like with his techniques and stuff inside the ring, but his mic skills really does need work. And I really wish they didn't put the belt on him right now. They should have like held out a little bit longer. But anyway, the match itself was really pretty good. They both had in-ring chemistry. They were both going at it, and I mean, they really did keep up the pace, and that's what I really did like about that match. There wasn't really a lot of filler in this, which really made me happy, and it was a lot of decent promotion when it came to the Royal Rumble. And I guess they have to because this is the final week. Next Sunday is going to be the Royal Rumble, so they have absolutely no choice. So honestly, by the way that they're talking about, it's like anybody can enter the Royal Rumble match. They don't have any more qualifying matches, which is kind of sad because I really do miss those. But all in all, I really do believe that this may be a decent Royal Rumble. Moving on to some of the matches. The Miz versus R-Truth would not be my match of choice to have on free television. Honestly, this would probably be a great match for the Royal Rumble. And the one thing I don't understand is why did they do this in the first place? Why did they decide to have it on free television? This would be like a great match for the Rumble. But I know they're probably in the Royal Rumble themselves, so I guess they couldn't do that match. But the one thing I really did notice, and it was like an overall theme here, was there was a lot of darkness in the room. And what I mean by that is, besides John Laurinaitis completely going ballistic last week, as from now, John Cena, he's embracing the hate. He's embracing the darkness. I see John Cena actually becoming dark probably after Rumble. It's going to start building up to the point where when the WrestleMania match between The Rock and Cena, he's going to be completely dark. Like, seriously. They're trying to pretty much straddle the line between a face and a heel, or make him kind of like an anti-hero. But he's not quite an anti-hero. I don't think he's able to pull that off. But the way he came in the ring tonight, interrupting CM Punk, not really caring about what CM Punk had to say. They tried to kind of fit a whole noble thing in there about Zack Ryder, but the dude's going dark, and I'm really kind of excited about the dark Cena. He seems really interesting, and I'm really anticipating him going dark. And with Kane, wow, honestly, one guy pointed this out on John's page, live from my mother's basement. I think his name is Jeremy. Honestly, I really do believe, after looking at it again, that I think that whole stage thing was kind of an accident. I mean, it's a possibility that it wasn't an accident, but I'm gonna be real. It just kind of seemed like it was an accident, because Kane kind of just stood there like, oh crap. Like, literally, if you go back and look at it, that's pretty much how it looked. But unfortunately, sad to say that Zack Ryder is going to be out of the game for a very long time, since they're saying he has a broken back. He may not be back for a very, very long time. He's completely out of the Rumble. Any chance of even being in WrestleMania is done now. So it makes me sad, because Zack Ryder was definitely a great up-and-comer. And now he's completely gone and buried, and he's not going to be coming back for a very long time, probably for 8 months. So he's going to be gone for pretty much most of the year, which makes me kind of sad, because I like some Zack Ryder. But where Zack Ryder's gone, somebody else is going to probably fill his shoes, like the Funkasaurus. I'm not going to lie, I'm actually jumping aboard the Funkasaurus train, because the guy is downright funny. I mean, his song alone, the way he has his moves. I mean, yeah, he was kind of slow tonight, and he kind of had problems taking off his pants. But either or, the guy is funny. He's entertaining. We need some fun back in it besides Santino Marella. There's only so far Santino Marella is going to go, because they're going to probably make him more of a serious wrestler, which is what I'm hoping would happen. But, man, the one big disappointment of the night was John Laurinaitis pretty much canceling his match with CM Punk. Now, I know this all leads up to next week's Raw, saying how he's going to be evaluated and whether or not he's going to be the next Raw General Manager, blah, 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 yakety schmackety, don't care. I wanted to see somebody get the crappy out of him, especially John Laurinaitis. I didn't want to see David Otunga. Come on. We've seen enough of him. I really did want to see John Laurinaitis fight. But seeing how he was seeing how he was actually wrestling in the Japanese wrestling circuit, kind of made sense of the whole skateboarding thing. But either or, I really want to see that match. I didn't have a chance to see it. There was just far too much talking. And speaking of talking, we finally hear 5 words come out of Chris Jericho's mouth. 5 freaking words. Now, I can be pissed at this all I want. And what good is it going to do me? Nothing really, because this is the go-home show. I'm just going to have to wait to the Royal Rumble to see if something develops. And let's just say that if he wins the Royal Rumble, he'll probably be speaking a lot more. I'm tired of this whole trolling crap. I really wish this stupid fad goes away so it won't be incorporated in pop culture, so everybody be able to move on. But Chris Jericho, once again, stays quiet and then says 5 words at the end, satisfying the entire WWE Universe, except for me. Because I'm going to be real. Chris Jericho, his character alone is a voice. That's who he is. He's a voice. He speaks. He has charisma. His persona alone screams voice. But it only gives us 5 words. So I guess I have to wait. But all in all, this was a pretty good Raw. It was a decent Raw. It was a downright good Raw. And it had to be because you have a week until the Royal Rumble. You had to be good. So I'm giving this a solid B. And the reason why I'm giving it a solid B is because the main event. The main event could have been those two actually going at it instead of talking too much. But it went from being a B minus to a B because of Dolph Ziggler and the way he kind of surprised CM Punk, kind of, making you look forward to their match at the Royal Rumble. So honestly, I'm giving it a solid B for the night. And before I sign off for the night, I want to let you guys know that I actually did start a group page called Wrestling Fan Nation. Now, it's for anybody that wants to put up their own wrestling videos, anybody that wants to have, their own voice, their own opinions about whether or not it's WWE, ROH, TNA, whatever. If you want to spout it out on my page, or if you want to put up a link or put up a video on my page, go right ahead. I am all for people coming together as a community, especially the YWC. Well, this is Nature Girl 30 signing off. Peace out, y'all. See you later.